Hello everyone, I'm Martinez. My name is Itzell. Good morning everyone, I'm Martinez. My name is Itzell. It's Mask Monday. So this is a mask we'll be using today. It's Motivations. It's our last one. It is episode 10. So I'm going to put this mask on and then we'll get into what we're going to talk about today. Don't mind me, and I always forget to check how long. 10 to 15 minutes. Yeah, so here it is. Lots of serum, which is good. I had one that didn't have a lot and dried really quickly, so I don't remember which brand it was either. I don't know if I had it happen more than once. I know I had it happen with a FaceTory mask. This one. Alright, we got the mask on, kind of. I think that's as good as it's gonna be. Alright, so what are we gonna talk about today? Well, the last thing I have on my list is why I do my best, because sometimes it's hard, but why I do my best to ignore trolls. I don't know how you view trolls, but how I view trolls, like the ones that say things like maliciously, I see them as bullies. So, growing up, I always learned, more often than not, just ignoring them will stop a lot of the behavior. And it's crazy because it not only works for um bullies, but it works for like a child acting out. So it's kind of ridiculous that you have to treat them like children when probably more often than not they are adults just behaving like children for who knows what reasons. I'm not a psychologist. I don't know what happened to make them that way because, with my experience, more often than not, a lot of bullies seem to come from really bad backgrounds. Either they were, bullied at home, abused at home, talked down to, all these different things. Or in one case, I don't know why, one child I knew that was a bully, um, just kept going from home to home. So it's just like it can be different things, just like, wanting someone to care about you and care about what you think and all of that. But you can say what you think without being malicious. I understand more when it's a child and they're still learning, but when you're an adult, like it's hard for me to grasp, you know, that you still think you have to act out to get attention. It's like you don't have to act out to get attention. You can be a nice person and also get attention. It's different. It's like matching vibes. If you're being negative, you get the negative attention. If you're being positive, you get the positive attention. And trust me, the positive attention feels way better than the negative attention. So me, I ignore it because I don't see a point in engaging with someone that has nothing nice to say. Like, for what? What reason? There's not one. In my opinion, I just ignore it and keep moving on. And if the dog keeps barking, I'm gonna let her in. I think I'm gonna let her in. Alright, I am back. So yeah, I really don't see a point in, you know, interacting with people that have nothing nice to say if they just want to be negative. Like there's no point of going back and forth in my opinion. So I just ignore it because Like, yeah, sometimes what people say can be hurtful, but like, example, um, and also it's the way you think of yourself sometimes, depending on what they say, that you determine how you feel. So I had someone tell me basically, that I'm average. I'm like the most average person on YouTube. So like, and they were talking about my legs, and I'm just over here like, and I had a full face of makeup on, and I'm just over here like, okay. And I kind of laughed it off because like I'm anything but, I know that, like, I'm not basic, I'm not um plain Jane. I don't see myself like that. I never have. So, well, maybe when I was a teen, but yeah, like, I don't see myself like that. So it's just like, okay, and you said that for what? Um, and it's funny to me that a lot of time, if you've noticed, a lot of the trolls, they don't use their name, they don't use their picture. It'll be like a random picture of something, or they'll just have the letter insinuating that they never put a picture. So it's just like, yeah, it's like, why give in and indulge someone that doesn't have the balls to be found out? Because to me that seems very cowardly, and it's just like, ain't nobody got time for that. I don't. You let me know if you have time for that, but I don't have time for that. And I'll probably get some trolls mad right now, but it's like, if the shoe fits, wear it. If you don't like that it fits, do something so it doesn't fit anymore. But yeah, I I don't have time for people being negative, and I'm gonna get a lot of that coming up soon. Not here, but I get a lot of negativity um during my Christmas event, and you're like, how can you get negativity? Yeah, I had people upset with me that it's a Christmas event and I don't do a separate event for Hanukkah. I'm not Jewish. I don't know anything about Hanukkah, and the event is very time consuming. I don't have it in me to learn about a religion and, you know, figure out how to even do something like that. All I know is it's a certain amount of days, and I thought for a lot of Jewish people, they're not, they don't give too many gifts, so it's just like, I don't know how to do that. So it's like, I'm not going to. Like, I already run myself ragged as it is doing one event. You want me to throw in another one? So, yeah. So, yeah. And it's crazy that it wasn't even the person that asked me, if I did anything for Hanukkah. It was some random person that replied and was like getting mad that I don't do one. And it's just like, okay, you do one. And I never saw anything, never heard anything, so I didn't do one. Because there's a lot of people like that that just like to point out the problems and not help with the solution. I don't have time for that either. So, like with trolls, no matter if it's YouTube, Facebook, whatever, it's just try to do my best to ignore them. But sometimes, like with my group, I do tell them, because it's hard sometimes just to keep quiet. It's like, okay, if you think you can do a better job than I can, you run a Christmas event, you run a Hanukkah event, whatever, and I wish you all the luck in the world. Then don't. They just like to complain about how I do things. Also, about my event, if you haven't already, let me know your feelings. If you want to learn more about it, like get more in depth with how everything happens, let me know. So, yeah, I talked about it on my last live. Well, hopefully I did. Because as I'm filming this, I'm gonna have my live. So yeah, I think I gave you reasons why I don't. I just try my best to ignore trolls. It's just I don't see a reason to feed into it. Like, I feel like if you indulge it, it's just gonna get worse. And so it's like I don't have a lot, just mainly on shorts, and that's inevitable. So I hear, because many more people see those than the longer videos. It is what it is. It's not gonna stop me from doing what I enjoy. Like, if you have a problem with me, then you have a problem with me. Like, one person had a problem with me because they don't like the comments that I comment on other people's channels. I'm not gonna stop commenting what I comment, so there's that. People find that whatever reason to be upset instead of figuring out why what other people are doing bothers them so much. Because if you really try to focus on whatever that issue is and work on it, then what everybody else doing isn't going to affect you anymore. That's my opinion. I don't know what you think. I hope you have a wonderful day and a fabulous week. Be sure to give me a thumbs up if you like the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.